The Middle East might not be the first place you'd think to come on holiday. And for those that do, they probably don't get much further than the high-rise lifestyle of places like Dubai. But just next door, Oman has something special to offer. This country is steeped in history, and the people preserve their traditional way of life. But Westerners can wander around without having to cover up. There are amazing beaches. In fact, there's an awful lot of sand. It's an 8-hour flight from London to the Omani capital Muscat. From there, I'm heading inland to the town of Nizwa, which is about 2 hours by car. Nizwa is the old capital of Oman, and it lies at a strategic crossroads of ancient trade routes. In the town itself, there's lots to see, from Nizwa Castle to the souk, where there are plenty of bargains to haggle for, and it's good for people watching too. But for me, Oman is the place to come for a serious adventure. The Hajar Mountains, which rise 3,000 metres above sea level, are becoming incredibly popular with rock climbers. That's where I'm heading. Oman really is the perfect place for a swashbuckling adventure. Marco Polo, Alexander the Great, the Queen of Sheba have all adventured across these lands. But today there are more modern thrills to be had. It really is a rock climber's and a height junkie's paradise. I think I'm going to like it. I'm about to try my hand at Via Ferrata. It literally means iron road. This alternative to normal rock climbing costs about £80, and that includes Justin, my guide, equipment and transport into the mountains. I wanted a high-energy adventure, and I'm no stranger to rock climbing, but Via Ferrata is different. So what exactly have I let myself in for?
We're going to cross down into the canyon, Snake Canyon, shaped like that because it's shaped like a snake. We've got 3 zip lines, lots of climbing to do, and then we have a monkey bridge at the end.
How deep is the canyon?
It's roughly 100 metres. The monkey bridge is 97.5 metres from the bottom.
Right.
Both the carabiners, clip them onto the wire.
I feel absolutely terrified.
So hold onto the wire with that hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Then take your body weight.
Yeah.
And then just basically jump.
Go for it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fat hairy ones!
That's it. Pull yourself up.
For me, it's actually the best of both worlds, because I've done rock climbing, which I found absolutely petrifying, and this is somewhere in the middle. You feel safe and secure because you've got these big wires, but you've got all the thrills and spills and adrenaline rush of rock climbing. Via Ferrata has been around since the First World War. It was invented by the Italian army, who devised a series of wires, ropes and ladders to get their troops across the Dolomite Mountains. You've got long legs, use them, that's what I say. Yeah. Since then, it's become popular all over the world as an alternative to other disciplines of rock climbing. There is a real sense of danger. You're hanging off metal wires over 100 metres above the ground. So how are you meant to get up to there? It's as physically demanding as rock climbing.
Grab that top wire and put your safeties on straight away.
And just as exciting. Tell you what, your hands do start to hurt after a while. You get the rope burn. If you can hold tight and hold your nerve, I'd recommend it.
Okay?
Yeah. I'm on that top one now, yeah. That is proper rock climbing. It's been a hard day's climbing, but there's just one more obstacle to overcome, and I have to say, Justin has saved the scariest till last.
Basically, lean forwards against the safeties. You've got both safeties on the top wire.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get some of the wire across.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah.
If you lean back, whoa, this makes it a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
It wobbles. If you lean forward, you can actually lean on your safeties. Then brake. Go with your hand. It's not as wobbly as you think.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Oh! Okay, all I can tell you is that this feels as if you're going to die. I've never felt the height so much as I'm feeling it now. Oh my lord, the canyon looks so deep. I did it! Boy, did I do it! And if that's not what you call an adventure, I don't know what is. If you haven't been, Oman might seem a little off the beaten track, but there's a lot more to offer here than just sand. Not that you can ignore the desert. It makes up 80% of the country, and there are people who still prefer to make their homes there. Descendants of the Bedouin nomadic tribes. Here we go. You can just hire a car and head off into the desert. But if you have a guide, which you can hire through the tourist board, they can help and translate for you. And you'll find it easier to visit some of the villages. Look at that outfit! And see what modern Bedouin life is like. My guide Hamdan has brought me 2 hours outside of Nizwa to meet Salma, who looks so exotic appearing in the sand.
Nice to meet you, pleasure.
Salma has opened up her nomadic lifestyle to tourists. She's used to visitors like me, and she makes bags and materials to sell. She's from a Bedouin tribe and is keen to introduce visitors to the way of life that she's always been a part of. The mask she wears is a burqa. No one apart from her immediate family is allowed to see her face. What do you love about the desert? What is it?
أحب الراحة يعني في الصحراء وأحب.
She said, I love the desert because it's a quiet place.
بعيد عن الإزعاج تعيش مرتاح.
Not like a village people. It's a rush with a car, with the dust, with the...
With life.
Yeah.
When you visit someone's home like this, it's customary to give them some money when you leave. Your guide can advise you how much. Sometimes you go to places in different countries and you feel that you are being very much the tourist, and you're being treated as a tourist as well. But there was something very genuine about her. She had beautiful eyes and she was very warm. What I really want to do while I'm here is spend the night out in the desert in a genuine Bedouin camp. I'm looking forward to my first night in the desert.
Yeah, good to see you.
You can stay here at the 1000 Nights tourist camp. So here we are. It'll cost you £53 a night to sleep under the stars. Blaze, this looks all very comfortable. I was expecting to have to sleep on the floor.
No.
This is posh.
You can say luxury in the desert.
Luxury in the desert. Wouldn't go that far. I have to say that while I'm pleased to have a double bed, I'm not convinced that this is a real taste of nomadic life. It's definitely a setup for tourists, and there's nothing wrong with that, but don't con yourself that this is the real deal. And for the ultimate touristy end to my Arabian adventure, a ride on a camel. Ooh. Come on, I'm not that heavy. Well, if it's good enough for Lawrence of Arabia, it's good enough for me. It's actually really comfortable. It's beautiful, It's easy to understand why explorers have travelled across these lands for centuries. It really is the landscape for an adventure.